I just got finished doing an AUA, an Ask Us Anything with Dan O'Day about the ACX Masterclass and the Audible, the gear that we use, the way we produce things. And when we were talking about the gear, something struck me about just how affordable it is now to become an audiobook narrator, almost unbelievably affordable. Let's talk about this in this episode of the VOHeroes podcast. So for those of you who are VOHeroes pros or are students or graduates of the ACX Masterclass or just clients of mine that I help get going with voiceover, you know that I love recommending the AT2020 USB Plus, and that I use that microphone every single day for everything that I do in the world of voiceover. Everything. Every single thing that I do. And I talk about how inexpensive it is versus really, really, really expensive microphones, not so really expensive microphones, but more expensive microphones. And another thing that I've talked about in these courses, kind of combining with that, is the notion of price versus value. And I realized as I was talking with Dan during the AUA that there was this prime example of exactly that notion of unbelievable disconnection between price and value. So here it is. We have talked for years and years and years about how when people say don't use a USB microphone for professional voiceover work, 99% of the time they are absolutely correct. You shouldn't be using cheap-ass, awful, disgusting USB microphones for professional voiceover work. And we've given examples. You know, when you find a microphone that costs $19 and is made by some company in China that has an unbelievably unpronounceable name and it's a headset microphone, that's what they're talking about when they're talking about USB microphones that you shouldn't use. Or a microphone that's like $49 or $69 that's far less expensive than the $150 that the AT2020 USB Plus used to be. You can tell by the price that it's not the right quality for what we need as voice talent to do professional work. Well, now I'm stuck. And here's why. In the latter part of the year in the United States, they do Black Friday sales. They usually do this around the world as well. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, it's holiday sales, right? And Amazon is a huge retailer. Obviously, they do a lot of these sales. And their latest Black Friday sale was of the AT2020 USB Plus. And they didn't have it on sale for $139 or $129 or $99. They had it on sale, and it's still on sale as I record this because I just went and grabbed the screenshot. They have it on sale for $69. And I confirmed with my contacts at AudioTechnica, they haven't changed anything about how they build the microphone. They haven't gone with cheaper electronics or a different, pickup, or, they haven't cheaped out on it all. They've just figured out how to sell it at a cheaper price. Exactly the same microphone. But now it's a perfect example of a disconnect between price and value. Now it's a sports car that's on sale for $5,000 as opposed to $50,000. Now it's hard for me to say, yeah, don't buy that other $69 microphone, the Snowball or the WeWay or whatever. Buy this $69 microphone. And who knows how long it'll be on sale. By the time you watch this video, it might not still be on sale for $69. But it is right now as I'm recording this. And it is such an interesting illustration of how your mind will now go, well, wait a minute. How can this possibly be worth the money? How can this possibly be a quality microphone that's worth the money? Take my word for it, it is. I actually purchased one and put them next to each other and listened to the difference. If there was one, there wasn't. Once again, AudioTechnica being brilliant, at what they do. This is the microphone that I use, still the microphone that I use, but now it happens to be on an unbelievably low price sale. If you haven't gotten it yet, now's the time to go get it, for sure. But, and I'll give you a link in the show notes, but it causes a problem because now I have to say, yeah, I know what I said about a disconnect between a really, really low price and the quality, but for now, just ignore that and know that this is what you should. But it illustrates this notion of we can't usually wrap our head around a non-supported quality level if the price isn't there as well. It's the same thing with my courses. VOHeroes costs $3,000. The ACX Masterclass costs $19.95. You can get, the ACX Masterclass on sale in many cases, either with a payment plan or whatever. It's about $300 cheaper. We'll pay the first $300. Anyway, the point is it's still a couple $1,000s or so. And people will write me back going, are you out of your mind charging that kind of money for a course? Until they know what is actually in the course, how big the courses are, how deep they go. Then it's like, oh, okay, I see. Now I understand. But if you don't know what you're getting for your price, right? So now I've got this conundrum with the AT2020. How do I make people understand this? I hope that you understand it now. And I hope that if you are looking for an inexpensive but really high quality microphone, you consider the AT2020. It's what I use. It's what I love. It's awesome. But know that right now there's a disconnect between the cost, which doesn't seem real, and the quality, which doesn't seem like it could possibly be real. Both are. And so I love that I have the ability to bring this illustration to you of price versus value and how sometimes our brains just don't understand that. Let me know if you have any questions about this or about anything around the notion of keeping your prices up at a rate that makes sense for the level of quality that you produce. Or that when you've purchased things, there's been maybe a disconnect between the quality and the price or not. Or you had to get more information. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. And in the comments below, I mean on VOHeroes.com, where these episodes reside and the conversation is lovely and calm and polite and all that. Hit the like button if you like this episode. The subscribe to the channel. You can subscribe with a button there. There's a little bell you can ring if you want to get notified when we have new episodes available. Share this with other voice talent or actors if you think this might be useful in their careers. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening, and I will see you in the next episode of the VOHeroes podcast.